Well, we had some cool weather this morning. Ron even said he had some reports of some patchy frost this morning. So, sounds like it is soup season, and one of Ron's favorites that I have never made before, never had till last night, white chicken chili. Takes a while to make, so I've already got a batch over here warmed up, ready to go, so we have some for Ron. But I want to show you how to kind of make it over here really quick. So inside my pot, I've got some diced up onion that you're going to saute for about 4 or 5 minutes in an oil of your choice. I recommend either an olive oil or an avocado oil with that. They have different smoke points, so you'll get a little bit different effect there depending if you're using electric or gas. But overall, they're really going to kind of give you about the same benefits when it comes to the good fat, the vitamins that are inside it as well. So not a big difference between avocado and olive oil. But what I've actually done with this to give us a little bit of heat, I use a little bit of avocado oil, but a little bit of chili infused olive oil. Kind of use both of those together to saute those onions with. So they're already sauteed in here. They're ready to go. Once you saute them there for about 4 minutes, they're gonna get a little translucent. Throw in your garlic, let that saute for about 30 seconds. That's gonna be fresh garlic and about 2 cloves you're going to mix there with your about 1 medium onion. Once they're sauteed, you're gonna add in here some of your chicken broth. Now I like going reduced sodium chicken broth because the thing is, if you want salt flavor but not a lot, this will give that to you, and then you can add more salt to your desire and your taste later on thereafter. So what you're going to do now is let this kind of come up and begin to simmer. As it's doing that, let me run the other ingredients by with you here. We have some corn. Frozen corn will work just fine. Canned corn will work too, but frozen corn if you want to go that route. We're going to do 1 can of white beans. If you want to go navy beans, that's fine. Cannellini beans, that's fine. Great Northern beans, go with that if you'd like to. As for spices, we're going to use some smoked paprika. We have here some ground up coriander, a little bit there of some dried oregano, a dash, and I do mean just a dash there, of cayenne pepper, and about 1.5 teaspoons there of cumin. We also have some more beans, but look at that. I have actually used an emulsion blender to really smash them up. That's going to help thicken up our soup here, and then some green chilies that you get there in a can. If you want more heat, jalapeno is your route to go, or you can use poblano pepper. We'll be topping this with some cheese and then some sour cream. So we're getting a little bit of a simmer over here now. On my mixture here with the chicken broth, the onion, and the garlic. Now we're going to start just dumping in our spices. You can have them already pre-measured out so that you can do just what I'm doing right here if you'd like to, or you can just go one by one. Other variations, if you don't want the cayenne pepper, you can go chili powder, because we are calling this a chili. But again, there's a lot of different ways you can vary your heat on this. So just continue to stir this in here. What's going to happen with us now, with your spices in there, they're going to begin to open up. They're going to be able to bloom there with this heat that's inside the pot, but at the same time, you're also tenderizing your onions just a little bit more, so you don't get that big just onion crunch and big onion flavor when you bite into it. Now, with your chicken, you can go 2 routes on your chicken. I just took some chicken breast, boiled it, shredded it with 2 forks, threw in there a little bit of some rotisserie seasoning. Now, I would actually recommend getting yourself a rotisserie chicken and shredding that up off the bone, the breast, the thigh, the leg. That's going to have a whole lot more flavor than just a regular chicken breast. But nonetheless, if that's all you have at home, you can go that route, no problem. So you're going to do about 2 chicken breasts and put that in there. And then at the same time, what you're going to do now is throw in your corn. Got 2 containers of my corn. The white beans, but only go about half of the can of the white beans, because remember, you're using the other half to smash up and then put into this towards the very end once you're ready to serve. Now, you're going to call this white chili chicken, right? The way you're going to get this whiteness, at least the way I'm going to do it for you today, is this right here. This is an entire block of softened cream cheese. That's going to give you lots and lots of flavor, but also make it really, really creamy for you. And then, of course, another layer there of your heat is going to be those green chilies that go in there. Now, once this is actually all said and done, you're going to serve it up into a bowl. You can top it with avocados. I would recommend topping it with fresh lime juice. I'd also recommend some fresh cilantro that you see here, diced up finely, sprinkled across the top, a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese, and then a little bit there of sour cream. So this isn't just a soup where you kind of have it as an appetizer. This is a hearty meal with everything that's inside. So I'm going to finish cooking this up right here because, as I mentioned, this is actually a recipe that kind of takes a while. In fact, it took me close to about an hour last night to really get everything cut, prepped up, and then made. So do plan on that. You're not going to cook this in probably about 15 minutes. So going to let this continue to work. I'll continue making this pot, but I am going to serve it up here for you in a bowl for Ron. Top it off with some of that cilantro and some cheese. Coming up right after the break.